Something that's not one of the best games ever that I definitely have many things to say about is that I did a 24-hour stream for Pride on Friday, and I played through the entirety of all 5 episodes of Life is Strange.
Yeah,
What
yes,
an interesting game.
So I was getting your text updates there, and it's been way too long since I've played it, but there are a couple of standout points, and one of the ones you addressed is the strongest, I think, takeaway most people had.
This game is 10 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm well aware that the remaster just came out, and I know that because I picked it up on Steam for like $10. I'm going to talk in some various detail about large-scale events in the Life is Strange chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Life is Strange 1, because I have to. There's no way around it. Number 1, Chloe Price.
Yes.
First of all, before I get into this any further, the best thing about Chloe Price is a fantastic performance by Ashley Birch. I think Ash does a great job voicing the character as written of Chloe Price. Chloe is like the worst, most awful character I have ever. So first of all, Chloe's well realized. I've met Chloe.
Mm-hmm.
I am my brother reminds me of Chloe. Like anybody goes, here's the stories I tell about my brother, and like, hey, go play fucking Life is Strange and make him a girl and dye his hair blue.
Jimmy before Jimmy. She is the worst. and
the worst.
You have to care about her.
The game,
you can't run away from her.
So I had like a breakdown at one point where I was like, okay, stop. I have played many, I would say nearly all of the large scale narrative choose your own adventure games, right? The Walking Deads, the Telltale likes, the Quantic Dreams, etc. And I keep running into a highly specific problem, which is I hate this character more than I ever think I could hate a fictional character. But the story and the camera are just like, no. You love them.
You got that's the it's just you gotta struggle through.
I remember going through Beyond Two Souls.
Hey, you can fix them.
I remember going through Beyond Two Souls with you guys, and just like that fuck ass CIA guy that the game wants you to end up with, and just like every button just couldn't get away from him fast enough, right? I went way out of my way to stop Chloe Price in every scenario, like every. So I've never more disagreed with a character in my life. Every time I could fight them and sabotage them, I did.
So I have, again, so much of the game is lost in my brain at this point, but I remember maybe like 10 bullet points strongly of feelings I have, right? And one of them because I'm curious to know if there was a specific moment, because there is a moment.
There was a vitally specific moment.
There's the moment where it's like, and remember too, this is also me looking at a character. I'm like, the aesthetics are all like, I love a character that looks like that. Got the cool toque.
Yeah, she's cool. She looks cool.
Rocker girl,
good character
fun,
design.
like foul mouth, all that shit, just fun, whatever. And then putting up with the shit she does. What was the moment? I'm curious if it's the same one.
So I'll preface it a little bit because it's it's not too far in, but so Chloe is like an abrasive bitch, and I can gel with that, as as we all know,
I still went Vizzy. Remember, I still went Vizzy.
Yeah. And so one of the things that can happen here is that my turning point might not have even occurred for you, right?
Okay.
Because it's events can play out differently.
Sure.
So we go to her house after she rescues me from a beatdown on the parking lot from some shithead. And hey, darling, I love you. Love wife forever. Woolie, I love my first wife, Paige. I love her so much.
That's powerful. That's strong. That's a new one. That's okay. All right.
Oh,
good tech. Stealing
it
that.
It is. Oh, I'm getting flushed. Oh, I can feel it from over there.
I'm writing that one down. That's good tech.
Anyway, so we're at her place, and what's she doing? She's listening to music, and she's smoking the reefer and being a bad girl, right? And her and Max are catching up and whatnot, and Chloe's narc ass stepfather comes home, and he's the piece of shit security guard at your school. And she's like, oh, my fucking step douche dad is I'm getting Discord. Oh no, you can still bake the tarts, darling. Don't worry. No. Oh, I'm in trouble. Oh no.
Has diplomacy failed?
Yeah, diplomacy has failed. Yeah. I love you, sweetheart. She'll get me in a different way. She'll get me. This is the equilibrium. She'll get me. So we're chilling in a room, and she's like, oh, my shit ass stepdad's home. And it's like, hide from the stepdad, right? And I failed to hide from the stepdad. I panicked and I didn't get into the closet. So he walks into the room, and Chloe and Max are standing there, and there's a fucking joint just sitting on the table, right? And he starts yelling at her that his gun is missing. And she's like, well, whatever, fuck you, bitch. And then he points out the joint on the fucking table. And he goes, yeah, and you're fucking smoking weed now? And Chloe instantly goes, it's Max's weed. And I'm like, I'm like in disbelief that your first response was to immediately throw me under the fucking bus. Like, immediately. Like, you didn't even think about it. You didn't consider it, right? And then he asks you, is this your weed? I went, no, it's not. Because fuck you, Chloe.
Right.
And then she gets right up into his face, and he backhands her.
Right.
Like, he cold cocks like what is technically an adult, but she's still a young woman, like, and he's an adult man. Like, come on. Yeah. This is outrageous, right? This is way out of control.
Abusive, shitty home situation.
And like the situation blows up, and she's like, I can't believe he did that. And then she gets mad at you
for not taking the
for
hit.
Not bailing her out. And I'm like, wait a second, you knew this guy could beat on me, and you still threw me under the, like, no, that didn't help. I'm actually more mad at you, right? And so you go down and you do some back and forth and whatnot, and you take a look at his gun cabinet, and his gun cabinet is in fact missing a gun, but it's not broken into. It's just a gun is missing. And then you go to the junkyard, and she's complaining about how he hit her, and she's like, yeah, so I did take his gun. You want to shoot some stuff? And I'm like, oh my God, he was right to hit you. It's crazy.
That's it.
You're insane.
and if I'm not mistaken,
I should kick your ass right now.
Like, there is a level with Chloe, from what I remember, there's a level of like, okay, kids are stupid. Troubled kids are really fucking, like, they go through awful shit, and then they don't know anything else, and they're just insufferable at times, and you are not at all this represents somebody that absolutely is turning into a piece of shit because she's coming from being surrounded by pieces of shit, right?
Like, this is so over the line of troubled kid behavior.
And then you get to the gun, and if I'm not mistaken, because what I remember Holy shit, gun into train tracks combo.
So what happens is she's like, let's shoot some stuff and try out your time powers. And one of the things she can do is kill herself by accident.
Of course.
By ricocheting a bullet into her own face.
Yes. And now it becomes the escort mission of
right?
Dio's day out.
and then after that, her drug dealer rolls up on us asking for his money. And I was like, I'm not gonna shoot this guy. I'm gonna give him the gun. And so I gave him the gun, and now she's yelling at me for not like murdering her drug dealer who she owes money to with the gun she stole from her stepfather.
You can fix her. No, you can fix her though, Pat.
Instead of Max being like, I can't get away from this bitch fast enough, let's go have a romantic thing on the train tracks. And so like so it's the thumbnail of my fucking video is them holding hands on the train tracks, because I picked a random screenshot before loading it up. And what I was not prepared for was that it is like a remarkably unsafe section of track at a glance. It curves around
to a blind spot.
You don't have good visibility. And Chloe, with her loose clothes, decides, let's just lie down on the tracks until we have to get up.
Yeah.
And
just self-destruction. Let's go.
I'll tell you what, I took my time saving her from that train. But it's like Chloe, you've escalated from like petty criminal to like person who are willing to commit like capital crimes over like nothing. And this began the process of, I need to get guns away from Chloe. Every decision I made for the rest of the game was not even based around finishing the fucking story. It was based around, I need to get a gun away from Chloe. It is the meme of the tiny book and the giant book, and it's like Sonic the Hedgehog if you gave Tails a gun, and the little book is Tails kills Eggman, and then the gigantic book with 1,000 pages is getting the gun away from Tails. This was my journey, and every time anything happened, somehow a gun would end up in Chloe's hand. There's I don't know if you remember, there's an argument you have with her drug dealer at his RV near the end of the game that Chloe just talks shit or pulls a gun or just screams at him.
I don't remember. And the other guns.
I had to do the section like 10 times because she just kept escalating it until a gunfight broke out.
Chloe is whole horse, just pulling it out of thin air.
And so my only solution to that thing was like, I was like, Chloe, you can't have the gun on you. So she throws the gun into the bushes, and I go, okay, I'm going to handle this. Be quiet. And I pick all the perfect prompts, and I finally achieve an end result that doesn't result in a fatality. And the end result that doesn't result in a fatality has the guy go, you know what, you might need this, and hand his gun to Chloe. And I'm like, I was unable to escape the future of Chloe with the gun. And worse than that, the gun she threw into the bushes at the beach, she doesn't retrieve it. So now there's just a fucking gun sitting in a child's beach, fully loaded.
The problem child needs to end up with the gun, Pat. She needs it. The game needs it. I feel like what I'm remembering just emotionally is that like you have that, there's a ramp up of like, this is your troubled friend, right? And your troubled friend, again, from a shitty situation where you feel sorry for the shit she's going through, and you're like,
you kind of ditched her. You know, you didn't write, you didn't keep in touch.
And she's basically just like struggling through life, you know? And of course she's acting out because this is, you know, it's textbook, right? And yeah, you hit these bullet points really quick, and the level of toxic you're describing you hit with Chloe is one where it's like everything that your friendship has been, or whatever the game has been up to this point, doesn't matter, because you are now in a situation where continuing to be friends with this person is hastening your death.
Yeah, no,
simply.
Hanging out with Chloe is an active risk to my life, just walking down the street.
That's it, right? Time powers or not, this is somebody who being around them as you continue to choose to be around them is a risk to your life, you know? Never mind the background plot going on with the shit you have to solve and the people you have to save, you know? And the whole thing of just like pushing through the friendship despite the fact that this is somebody that I'm like, how did you, I don't know what the stats ended up being at the end of like those chapters for people going pro or anti Chloe, but like
50-50.
Oh my God, I get the thought of just like, nah, she's messed up, but I know some fucked up people, and you gotta support them, you gotta work through it. And
yeah,
that
you know
idea,
what? I knew some fucked up people, and I fixed that by changing that no into new. Past tense.
Like the Jimmy attitude on a teenage girl that's like an alt chick with cool hair and an attitude, you know, and it's like, uh-oh, are you still gonna feel the same way about Yimby, you know?
So, you know, I'm going through it, and it's maybe the only one of these games that I can really feel that they were like responding to criticism, because the characters start to like change. Like when I sit down and play all 5 of them back to back to back, like touching in some cases, I can see like characters like changed off camera when I wasn't looking at them. Like Warren goes from a guy that if I was having this drink and I would leave the room like this with my fucking hand on my drink. Don't leave your drink open around Warren.
Oh, did you appreciate Reddit showing up in the game?
Bro, right? And I'm like, he goes, hey girl, free hugs. And I'm like,
I have to say, as somebody who people have watched me, I play insanely defensive whenever I'm playing as a girl in any game I LP or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Because you're smart.
We've done that with Aya Brea. We've done that all over the place, left and right.
I tend to do the same thing. It's very interesting. Yeah, as a reflection of our personalities.
Well, but it's also because it's like you got to be worthy. You got to be worthy, you know, and you got to wait for it. And like if you are worthy, then yeah, all right, you know. But if you're fucking Karth or a variant thereof, get the fuck out of here, you know. And so Reddit walks into the game and is like the best buddy, is like the best buddy, he's cool, you know. And that energy becoming that little like it is, if you don't know about if you don't detect it right away, it gives you chances to catch him through the window, to catch him lingering around.
The remastered version made the bush outside the window larger, so it's harder to see him.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So they tried. I think they realized, like, man, that one's a little much.
But that aspect, that's something I'm like, that's pretty good with this game. Where like you either like you're some, I don't know, you might like, not everyone playing this game might have the fucking the radar going off, but I know
the personal experience.
I know women playing this game that are like immediately clocking that dude, get the fuck away from me. Yeah. Don't trust that vibe. Never
hey, come
trust
on,
that
let's
vibe.
go to the drive-in again. It's only an hour there and an hour back. Come on, like fuck off.
And
bitch.
It's a nice it's a nice test to see if a dude did you feel it? Did any sensors go off? Or you're like, what? He's just a nerdy kid. He's fine, you know. Yeah.
So like
fucking Reddit, man.
I got to the end of the 3rd chapter. Where Max's abuse of the narrative's time travel mechanic results in an extraordinarily dramatic set of changes I'm gonna call them wheels.
Are you talking about the talk, the negotiation?
Nah, fuck it. I'm just gonna say it. You put Chloe in a fucking wheelchair.
Ah, okay, yes.
Fuck that.
Okay.
You put her in a fucking wheelchair, fully paralyzed. And then you have like a Last of Us episode 3 level, completely disconnected, way better written than the whole rest of the game, like side story.
You can still get a gun with a wheelchair, Pat.
And what? Well, listen, even though she can't move, she still found a way to kill someone. Okay. And wow, like really well written. And coming back from that,
I don't remember
I noticed
the specifics. I don't remember.
Coming back, she has you hook up her morphine and blast it.
Right. Okay.
And coming back from that right away, I'm like, wow, Chloe is in episode 4 is being written less crazy. Like, she is less nuts in every single fucking dialogue prompt because I guess and Warren too is like less weird and less pushy and less cringe.
They toned them down.
And it's like they're toning down these elements because they're going to make us make big decisions about these characters in episodes 4 and 5, and they overshot it. They overshot the mark.
Was Kate episode 1?
2.
Okay.
Botched it. Did my best.
Got there.
I got there. I have some issues with the way the game's internal time logic worked. The number one issue was like the only time in the entire game that you used your powers so much that they don't work anymore is the only conversation in the game that you actually need to use it
the most.
Like that's come on.
There are random contrived moments where you suddenly can't do it.
You used it too much today. I don't know, man. I used it like 10 times in this other part.
Yeah, like the actual powers themselves were so like, who the fuck cares?
They're busted. They're the most busted power anyone's ever had in the history of anything.
But the way they treat it is like, yeah, who cares? It's about the drama and the people and the struggles and the kidnappings and so on, the mystery. Never mind the actual powers, right?
I do like that, like, because the powers, Max's powers are time stop, time reversal for multiple minutes, teleport to flashpoints in time and change things, and in one instance stop time and move around for like 15 minutes fully, like Jotaro and Dio wish,
or jump into hypothetical timelines or whatever,
like
right?
crazy. But because you're a child, no, they're not a master of their stand, so they're not super great at it.
But then you face this thing with it where it's like, okay, well, you're playing a character. Anytime you're playing a character in a game that does this, in a video game setting, like, you fucking up and the player rewinding or reloading your save is still the character going through their timeline. But when the character themselves is manipulating time and people and seeing what they say and do to game the exact answer out of them, how sincere can they really be?
Not really. I remember Persona did that with Persona 3. All the S-links in Persona 3 that get you the most points are not what you actually think. They're what you think the person you're talking to wants to hear. And then that portrays the main character in a certain way.
So when it comes down to it, one of the bullet points I do remember is that final one.
That final choice or final
decision. Yes.
Yeah. So that's what I was about to talk about next.
Tough choice. So man. Super hard decision.
very, very interesting that the first 2 episodes are pretty weak, and the 3rd and 4th episodes are extremely strong, and the 5th episode's good. Like super uneven, like really, really uneven, like quality across the board. But then you get to Bay versus Bay, and this is the
Sure.
only thing I could remember from you talking about Life is Strange was that you fucking got bamboozled or fucked with or hated Bay versus Bay in the portrayal of the ending. That's all I can remember. And that it was save the town or save the girl. That was it.
Yes, that was it. That was your choice.
So I'm going to talk about the ending. The ending is flatly, you can either save Arcadia Bay or you can save Chloe Price. So this is already a complicated decision for me. And the reason why it's a complicated decision for me is because the portrayal in the game is actually really unclear. Step 1 is I hate Chloe Price and actually have taken steps to kill her in every possible permutation that I have.
That's correct.
Max disagrees.
That's correct.
Max wants to save her, but I need her to go.
Yes.
However, on the flip side, Chloe is telling me not to save her.
Right,
and
right,
fuck you.
right. She's saying, "Let me go." Yeah. Okay,
right?
okay.
So now I'm trapped.
Oh no!
Because
a devil's
right?
bargain.
Do I want to? Yeah. Do I want to save everyone, or do I want to spite this bitch?
Make
so
her
it's
real
tough,
mad
right?
by saving her.
Like, do I want to kill her parents? Right? Like, and on top of that, there's a tertiary aspect, which is the game is like the reason for the big environmental disturbances and disaster is because of your abuse of time travel. Your abuse of time shenanigans has unsettled the natural order, which is actually super clear and makes perfect sense.
You're ripping
right?
holes and shit. Yeah.
Here's where it actually fell apart for me. I was under the impression that because the game wanted me to love Chloe and be ride or die with her no matter what, because it forced me to be no matter what, that my refusal to manipulate time once again would cause the time disturbances to stop. It did not make sense to me that when you're saying you've messed around with time too much, it's caused a disaster, that the solution was, but mess around with time again.
Right, okay.
So I chose the save Chloe Price ending under the assumption that that would also dissipate the time problems in my refusal to change things. Like, you don't have to agree with the logic, but just see where I'm coming from, right?
I see that, but I know that the game is not working that way because the game doesn't actually give a shit about her powers or the consequences thereof.
Yeah, so that's my bad. So what did I get? I got an ending where the tornado hit the town and Chloe and Max drove away, and it's like 40 seconds long. And I'm like, wow, that's a terrible ending. That's really bad. So then I loaded up on YouTube, and I'm like, all right, let's see the other ending, which is like multiple minutes long with bespoke music. And it's about how sad it is that Chloe had to sacrifice herself. And I'm like, oh, I have a very strong gut feeling that this game had one ending.
You're supposed to care.
Because this ending is also deeply unsatisfying because it's all built around how sad I am that Chloe's dead, when I'm like, fucking thank God, at least I won't get shot now.
Or anyone else in the town for that matter.
Or anyone else.
Yeah. Do you remember what I said about it? Because I'm like, I don't.
I remember you arguing with the choice.
Okay.
And I believe, I don't know, I can't remember the specifics. I remember you having like a big problem with it.
I just, because I'm just like, I can definitely say, you know, like this is Jimmy really encapsulates this in such a really good way, but Chloe is in a place where like they still want you to give Jimmy an out, you know, and like it is, now that we have the language of mouthwashing, to basically be like, no, and fuck you, and you made everything worse, and eat shit, and go die, go fuck yourself, holding my ear up to hear you like depart from this mortal coil. And like the genre of Life is Strange is like a rejection of that, because it's one that wants the sentiment to overpower the reason of the moment.
So I may be wrong, because I know I just checked, Matt and Liam played that on the channel.
Yeah.
And they chose the save the girl ending.
Okay,
no. Some of their, I might be misremembering what they said, but I can't quite remember.
I don't, yeah, they played it on the channel. I'm pretty sure I played it off like on my own time, and I must have talked about it, but like anyway, but either way, like, this is a crazy, insanely toxic, dangerous person that you have to fucking coddle.
You must
the whole way through, and like,
you are mandated to love this person.
And here's the thing, like, I'm super down for a Veronica Mars style investigation story. I love Veronica Mars. I remember really digging that show, and I love that type of like the high school Nancy Drew detective kind of little hijinks and stuff like that. I find that really fun. Putting it in Portlandia, sure, why not? And then all the little bits and pieces about, like, you know, getting to the bottom of fucking creep ass teacher and shitty, like, here's Reddit, and here comes fucking 4chan, and here comes all the other assholes, right? And
and there's rage faces painted on the sides of the fucking buildings. It's like years and years and years after they were appropriate.
And if I'm not mistaken too, like, there's the sequel stuff where it's like, no, both endings somehow happened or whatever, right?
Some people gave me like a breakdown of how much of a mess the series gets, including games in which all the writers get fired because it was so bad.
It's like, I don't know about it's all I know is they found a way to just make it like both or neither or whatever. No. But that's kind of the thing, is like, Chloe is such a fucking piece of shit that it distracts from this otherwise, you know, it's like, again, you're otherwise your Veronica Mars adventure, you know?
So that's my other big problem with the game. And this, you've done this in the past, so you know my pain, and you're playing through Phoenix right now, so you definitely know my pain, which is, at one point, I think in episode 1, I said, am I really going to be chasing this mystery for 5 more episodes when I am 100% certain I know who it is within 10 minutes of starting the game?
Oh yeah.
And and chat was like, yeah, you are. Like, you absolutely are. And I'm like, wow, that's going to get really frustrating. And sure enough, it was really, really frustrating.
That's
literally second one of meeting the problem, I was like, it's them.
Okay. Good shit. Good shit.
And
yeah,
that obviously changes the way you're going to interact with your teenage Scooby-Doo murder mystery, where I'm like, well, all of you are asking the wrong questions. We're investigating the wrong places. You know, like, and I guess I'm just along for the ride. Because
it is a thing where it's like, that is background to relationship repair, is the actual foreground gameplay, you know, like, that's what you're meant to be hemming and hawing over as the hella teenager that you are, you know.
The only other game that I can think of that happened with is Persona 4, where I grabbed Culprit on, again, second one. But Persona 4, and I talked about this during my Life is Strange stream, Persona 4 has the common courtesy that if you did figure out Culprit immediately, they're going to throw in a couple of strong-ass red herrings in there. And including a couple of anti-twists.
Okay.
To make you doubt your rock solidness.
It feels weird with a Persona comparison, though, because I feel like the protagonists are protagonists who we are trying to put a personality on based on those third answers we see. But for the most part, you are silent, cool guy walking through the city making friends. Whereas Max is a person that has thoughts and feelings that are separate from you, the player, and agency that is separate from you, the player, as well. So you have to confront and deal with Max as a person, love or hate, versus a protagonist who you don't really have much to say about because you can pour in whatever you want.
Yeah, so Life is Strange was a fun adventure, but boy, very uneven, like crazy uneven. I will give it a big shout out though. There's a specific moment where Warren snaps and just beats the piss out of someone, just beats the ever-loving shit out of some asshole. And I think it's the only game I have ever seen. So like, you know when Lune and Gustav are arguing in the beginning of Expedition 33 and they talk over each other and their lines don't interrupt, they literally talk over each other.
Fantastic.
And you're like, this is like the only time I've ever seen this in game. That's really cool, right? Similarly, the only time I've ever seen a beatdown of like a young person or a young adult end with that part of the fight where they're on the ground and they're just going like, you know, just the like trying to breathe and just grabbing their head and making that awful noise. And you're like, oh wow, fucking got him.
Yeah.
Like somebody who worked on that game got into some teenage scraps, because that is exactly what that looks like.
Yeah, you want those moments like Saruman explaining, no, this is not how it sounds when someone is stabbed to death.
Yes, that's right.
Right? You need that. I'm waiting for the game or movie where somebody gets knocked out, and instead of just going to sleep, you hear that really horrible, like, that's like, No, people getting knocked unconscious is not a quiet, easy, clean thing. It's fucking weird and horrifying, and it sounds awful.
I would like a game that, and I can't think of any that have ever done it because games do cuts very badly. I would like to do the game in which I see somebody in a scuffle or some kind of conflict with their fists, and they got piped by a pipe or a bat or something, and it just cuts to them getting off the ground in a new location. Like it doesn't fade out.
They
don't hit the ground.
Teleport.
It's just an instantaneous teleport, because that's what that feels when you fall fucking unconscious. You just pop into your new place.
That's good.
Weird game. Expected it to be gayer.
I told you about the gay, bro. I warned you, dog. I warned you. I warned you about the gay or lack thereof.
Not everything can be Signalis.
I said it could be gayer. It could be much gayer.
It could be gayer.
There are way gayer games out there.
You understand that they are in fact gay in the future. Maybe, I don't know.
Like on the
depends if they're alive.
Like on the good for them meter, like this is super low. Signalis is way up there. And 1,000 times resist is cranked.
Yeah.
This shit is extremely like, it could be much better for them.